Haha, I've been spent years in that place no one wants to name. I'm terrified of slipping up again, of falling in right back into the darkness. Do I even have a good future left? Just tell me that. A bored, heavily built young man said as he entered my shrine. He came like a broken man seeking confession in a church, desperate to pour out all his pain and terror, just to breathe again. I told him to sit down calmly and speak from the very beginning. So he began to talk. I used to be a promising kid. My coaches used to say I could become a national champion. But one day I fell into computer addiction and my entire life went down the wrong path. I lied to my mother and coach, saying I was going to practice, but I spent all day inside the PC room. One day, when I ran completely out of my cash, the guy I played with leaned over and said, "My sister isn't home. Let's take her TV and pound it. Easy money." Then we came like kings. I knew it was wrong, but the addiction overwhelmed me. We snuck through her window, grabbed the TV, pounded it, and didn't leave the arcade for the next 3 days. When that money ran out, my friend said, "Let's take another from my uncle's place." So another TV. But soon after, while we were completely glued to the screens, the police stormed in and arrested us in interrogations. I told the absolute truth, thinking I was just helping my buddy move his family stuff. But in court, he pointed straight at me and lied. He threatened me, forced me, he masterminded the further things. Truth is, I was huge and he looked like a helpless kid next to me. I never imagined in my worst dreams he would frame me so shamelessly. Because I was minor, they sent me to a juvenile detention center. A year later, I was transferred to a maximum security adult prison. Life there was brutal. During a petty argument, my temper flared and I beat a man severely, adding 5 more years to my sentence. And just like that, 7 years of my youth vanished behind concrete walls. 7 years later, I was released and went straight home to see my mother. But a stranger opened the door, my new stepfather. He didn't kick me off immediately, but he looked at me with cold disgust. Later, I overheard him whispering to my mother, "What if your kid steals from us and disappears? With nowhere else to go and no home left, I come straight to your shrine." People fear demons and ghosts, but the darkest evil isn't a spirit, it hides inside momentary addiction and the betrayal of a trusted friend. I performed the rituals to lift his spirit and restore his strength. He certainly had grit to rebuild his life, but even the spirit cannot return the youth he lost, not to 7 years stolen behind concrete walls.